Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel for a review of Reservation Dogs, Episode 6, Hunting. In this episode, we see the young lady here on the left and the fellow on the right. I think it's her dad, but it might be uncle. I'm a little fuzzy on their uncle-dad's relationships on this show. It's the way they do it. And they go hunting for this big deer, and while they're hunting for the big deer, they are reminiscing heavily of either her brother or her cousin, the fellow who we seen at the very opening of the show on episode 1, of them coming away from his, not funeral, what's the memorial. And so it harkens back to him, and you get to learn a lot more about him, finally. So that was pretty cool. The show has also unfolded like I was wondering if it was going to, because the first 3 episodes were based on, as far as I can remember, they were based on the gang, and then now they've broken off into, now that we know who the gang is, let's meet them one by one. And it's going really well. The show seems to have a very long scale plan of where they're going to go. As I mentioned before in the other reviews, there is a backstory aplenty that's been seeded throughout the show, and now they're starting to weave it together. And a couple of things I want to mention about this show is the acting in the show it's so good it's hard to point to. It is so good because when you watch the show, the chemistry between these two is you never feel like you're watching a show. You really feel like they are who they are. I mean, it's the epitome, the height of the best acting I've seen in television in a long time, and they just make it look so darned easy. When you watch a lot of shows and movies and things like that, there are so many really bad actors out there that get work. And this show, whatever it is that all these American Indians and Canadian Indians, wherever they're going to learn their trade, oh please make room for everybody else, because they're just nailing it. Again, the chemistry on the cast is really, really good, and it's just, I know, I'm like at a loss for words at how good it is. And this is, of course, a response to how many bad ones are out there. As I've mentioned before, and if you know this channel, I watch a lot of Christmas movies, the Hallmark ones and all the spin-offs and everything. And the acting in them is good, but it's not great. And on this show, no, it's kind of great. It's like Oscar caliber when the Oscars meant something. So, anyways, I know I went off on that for a long time, but they've earned it. It's really well done, and I don't want to take it for granted. It's just, wow. It would be easy for people to think, oh, it's just a blend of Indians. They're going to just, phone it in or whatever. It's like, not even in the ballpark. So, humongous kudos to them on that regard, and for the way that they're unfolding the story. Now, this show was only slated for 9 episodes in season 1, and I really, really hope it gets picked up. It doesn't seem to be a very expensive show to produce, and the casting is fantastic. The guys they have at the junkyard, where all the thieves go and everything, that's where they have the white dudes, and I've never seen, I shouldn't say never, I don't remember seeing the guy who plays the lead. Oh my god, he's funny. The one that's always speaking Indian. Holy mackerel, he's funny. But then there's the tall, goofy looking guy, and I've definitely seen that dude in other stuff, but I haven't looked up to see where. But he has a very distinct look. And so, yeah, the cast and the ensemble is really, really good. It's just fun to be able to do a review about shows where it's all positive energy, because there's so much garbage out there. There's so much wokeism destroying everything that's out there. And there's not a drip of it in this show. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a drip. But, a drip is reality. But they're not swimming in it. And it's just, oh, God, it's so refreshing and so nice to just watch a story and enjoy it. And to know that they're giving you little seeds that are going to blossom, because they have been blossoming here and there. It's just, I love this show. Absolutely love this show. And yesterday we lost Norm Macdonald, and Norm Macdonald was in another show that I really love that had the same elements of this in storytelling, which was the Orville. And the Orville has still never come back, and now when it does come back, it's not going to have Norm, because Norm Norm decided to leave planet Earth because he had cancer that he kept private. Good for him. But wow, it just made it all the harder when he was gone. And yeah, I won't get into my personal relationship with him, but it was nothing negative, and nothing negative at all, but nothing super duper positive either. But yeah, gonna miss him in so many ways. Okay, back to the show. And so, anyways, that's all I got. This show is awesome. You should be watching it. And this one, they talk about the tall man. And I don't know the legend of the tall man. I don't know the legend of the deer woman. So it's one of the things that is really interesting about, because now there's finally a new wave of American Indian productions and Canadian Indians. And one of the things is how they're dealing with the heritage. Because up until now, because keep in mind, we've had a 20-year gap here. Up until now, they've always been in the media productions forced to, or chose to, deal with how much of the heritage do they do, and how much do they do with, we're alive right now and we're dealing with the real world just like everybody else. And one of the things I'm finding really fascinating about the new wave with this show, the Reservation Dogs, Trickster, which somebody alerted me to that I'm going to do a review on shortly because I watched all those. And the other one I did the review on that just came out called not Indian Warrior, Wild Indian, is all of them absolutely, for the first time, take the lives of American Indians or Canadian Indians from where they are and in the here and now, and how they deal with their religion and their mysticism and their heritage blended in, which, again, that used to be normal storytelling for everybody else. It's nice to finally have them having the same opportunity, but it's ironic that they're doing it at the time when everybody else in Hollywood has left that a million miles behind to preach agenda. So yay! Not only do I personally get to watch some American Indian stuff, which we all know I'm really fond of that genre for reasons that it's just way too much to get into detail to, and rewarded with great storylines and great storytelling and fantastic acting. It's good times. So anyways, this one's about the tall man, which it's kind of like Bigfoot. In the show, it's the worst effects I've seen on the show. It's a dude in a ghillie suit with red eyes, and it's just really fake and cheap looking, but whatever. So yeah, that's the plot, and then the loss of the brother. Excuse me. What else did I want to add about this show? So anyways, give it a shot. See if you like it. If you don't, wow, I don't know why. There's everything that you need is in a show here. It's a bit rough in the sense that, these people have hard lives, but dude, a lot of people have hard lives. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you. I'm gonna go try and review each one of the shows as we go forward, because I've just loved the show so much, and it's fun to throw positive stuff out there, and yeah, why not? And we'll see you in the future.